All right, everybody, here we go. We've got Panthers, Giants in about a half an hour. We've got to get some lineup set. We got to get Christian McCaffrey off IR. We got to get Nico Collins off IR, but that doesn't mean he's going to play. We have some really tough decisions and scenarios with Nico Collins and Tyreek Hill. Anyway, happy Sunday morning. Week 10 is upon us, and Adam and Dave are here to answer your questions. Send them on in. What's up, Dave? Good morning.
Good morning. Shout out to Georgia Tech. You earned it yesterday against our Hurricanes, but Cane season isn't quite over yet. Just the undefeated dream died. That stinks. Let's just get that out of the way right now when no one's watching and no one really cares about it. I've got a team, Adam. Tyreek Hill, Nico Collins, DeAndre Hopkins, start 2. I mean, I already know how I'm playing it. I'm just curious how you would play.
Yeah, I'm going to sit Hopkins, and I'm just going to hope for the best.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So I am much more worried about Tyreek than I am Nico. It's based on Tyreek not practicing for 2 days. He didn't practice Friday or Saturday. And yeah, I can't imagine. 2 things. Number one, could he possibly sit out with the wrist injury? If the wrist injury is that bad, yeah, he could. Number 2, could he play and be a decoy? That worries me. So I think I'm going to end up, I've already moved Tyreek down once this morning. I think I might move him down again and just kind of stay away. I'm starting Hopkins. I will put Nico Collins in my lineup for now. If he's out, I will put Tyreek in. And if he's out, I picked up Demarcus Robinson off the waiver wire, and I will use him. Demarcus Robinson is an absolute must get if you've got Nico Collins and Tyreek Hill and you plan on starting one of those guys this week.
Yeah, I mean, Demarcus Robinson had 3 targets 2 weeks ago when Kupp and Puka were back.
Yeah, he's not great. I agree, but you need somebody as a desperation option.
Yeah, I'd prefer
who you know is going to play on Monday.
I prefer Jonnu Smith.
If you can make that happen, and if it's a full PPR league, I agree. But it's you'd have to then put Nico or Tyreek in your flex spot. And some people might not be able to do that.
Not even Nico. Well, yeah, Nico. Yeah, because you could
qualifies because we just don't know if he's going to play.
Right. You have to make it a flex. But all right, let's answer some questions here. That's why we are here. Mike Williams or Josh Palmer. What a way to start.
I mean, I can't think of 2 more important wide receivers in the National Football. What year is this? Is this like Tom Telesco asking us this? I would go with Palmer because I just don't know how much Mike Williams is going to play, but I do think Mike Williams is the most stashable wide receiver right now.
Don't mock Coron Melmix because I am starting Josh Palmer in 3 leagues this week. Hooray.
Let's go. What? Why? How?
There are 4 teams on bye. Have you not looked at there are teams that are injured. There are, like, you and I play in all these leagues where everyone you mention is rostered. Demarcus Robinson is rostered in all of these leagues. People are desperate. People are desperate with these stupid injuries and these. Why do we have bye weeks? Why do we even have bye weeks? It is not fair.
Let's just let players play 18 weeks straight. Yeah, that'll be good for their body.
20 game schedule, no buys. Waddle or Odunze.
It's going to be a 20 game schedule with 2 buys. Get ready for that down the line. It's Waddle, and it could actually be a great week for Waddle if things shake right between Tyreek and that situation.
All right. Being instructed to drop Dak Prescott in our super flex league and pick up a random wide receiver that plays on Monday. Like, who do you want me to pick up?
It's exactly the move I made in our podcast league.
It's going to be Beckham. I'm going to pick up Odell Beckham.
Right. So if you can't get to Marcus Robinson, OBJ would be next. And again, I'm not telling you that he's going to go out and have 5 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. But if he gets you 5 fantasy points, that's better than the 0 that you would get from Tyreek
or Dak Prescott.
Right. The alternative is you just don't even bother starting those guys, or you do start them and you just hope that the rest of your team outscores your opponent.
And I'm already starting Josh Palmer in this league. So
my goodness. I mean, I almost want to look at the waiver wire in your league and see who's there and see if we can find a receiver who plays a lot. And that's not hard for us to do. We could find a laundry list of players who will just be out there. They're going to run a lot of routes. There's one in this game coming up for Carolina named David Moore, who's going to get you 5 fantasy points in PPR. He's not great, but he's going to be out there. He'll be playing. He'll be able to do something to help your team.
Okay. Enough about my stupid team. Let's
Also, when it comes to bye weeks, Adam, we literally sit on FFT Express every Friday and go over, okay, here are the teams that are on bye next week. Here's the time to get ahead of it. Here are some players that you can go and add. You shouldn't be making these moves Sunday morning to make up for players that are on bye.
Are you implying that I don't know how to manage my team? Because now I'm starting to get a little offended. No, this is ridiculous, Dave. If you were in this league, if you looked at the waiver wire, you would see like the best player available is Robert Woods is the highest projected wide receiver. You want me to pick up Robert Woods?
It's not my team. I don't care who you pick up.
Okay.
And I might be messing with you a little bit to suggest.
Okay, good. I hope you are. Hunter Henry or Taysom Hill in non-PPR.
Oh, Taysom.
Bears or Vikings DST?
The one playing against Mac Jones.
I agree. Dave is pompous. Dave owes me an apology. First of all, I don't know why you had to bring up the Hurricanes. That was just unnecessary. We didn't need to go down that road. All right. Tank Dell, DeAndre Hopkins, or Nico. So this is a great scenario here because you can just sit Hopkins and play Nico or Dell, depending on if Nico's.
Dell is the easy start, especially if there's no Hopkins. I mean, no Collins. It would be an easy start if there was no Hopkins either.
But if Nico plays,
pompous. Wow.
If Nico plays, you're going to start Nico over Dell, right?
I would, yes.
Okay, James Cook or Tyrone Tracy?
I believe I have Cook higher. Let me double check. Checking. I do have Cook one notch ahead of Tyrone Tracy. Both top 15 fantasy running backs this week. I love the running backs this week. I love the running backs this year. Am I back to being a running back guy?
Yeah, we all are. They're all great.
Does that mean that like next year, full PPR round one is going to be like Jefferson, Chase, and a bunch of running backs again?
Oh, Nico is going to be in there.
I almost wonder if we're going to like force ourselves to pivot and go hero RB or zero RB again. I think hero RB worked out great this year.
I was all about running backs this year because they were just being disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worked out. Remember, we talked about that 4th round run of Kamara, Walker, Mixon. How good has that run been?
Good.
All right, give me 2 running backs here. Pollard, Montgomery. Oh, not 2 running backs. Pollard, Montgomery. Was that any 2? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care which Jay Williams it is. I like Pollard and Montgomery.
Oh, and Trevor Lawrence is going to be out today, most likely. Not official.
He might be out for the season, according to The Athletic.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And think about it. It kind of makes sense for Jacksonville. Like their season isn't going anywhere. They traded their starting left tackle. Probably going to be a change of coaching staffs, unfortunately. And it means that Trevor it's for the best for the franchise if they lose. And if Trevor Lawrence just, chills out, takes care of that shoulder, gets ready for next year.
Well, Brian Thomas or Mike, do not start Mike Williams. He might play 5 snaps. This is what
we just don't know. We don't know what's coming with Mike Williams.
Odunze or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Marvin.
I
don't have the confidence yet to really thrust Rome into our lineups.
I have Goff and Kyler Murray. Would you pick up and start Daniel Jones over them?
I haven't ranked. I think I still have Goff ranked ahead of Daniel Jones.
Okay.
I do by 1 spot. Goff is 10th. Daniel Jones is 11th. Tua is 12th. But Tua would obviously sink if there's no Tyreek.
But you got to make that decision now. You can't start Tua.
No, you start Daniel Jones over Tua.
Yeah. No, but Tua would be like 20th for me because if Tyreek Hill doesn't play, I don't want anything to do with trouble.
Well, I think he can still get to 20 fantasy points. I don't think he can get to 30. But I don't know if he can get to 30 with Tyreek.
League it, Worthy, Quentin Johnston, Tipton.
Mason Tipton.
Or Allen.
Yeah, we don't know which. Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen.
Yeah, if I'm starting one of those dudes, it's League. And then I'll take Connor over Kareem. Do I have it ranked that way? I'm sorry to do this 10 times a day, but Connor is over Kareem Hunt.
If Nico is out, which Texan would you go with?
Oh, gosh. Terrible. I guess Schultz is where I'd go. I think he'll have the most targets of those 3.
Why would you say terrible right before Jamie comes on? That is so messed up.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but what's up, Jamie?
Jamie, which Texan are you taking if there's no Nico tonight? And obviously Tank Dell doesn't count.
Oh, we lost them. Your mic's
Doesn't
out.
hear us. He's just sitting.
He hears us, but we don't hear him. We
Oh.
did hear you when you said
You want
yes.
to sit next to me, Jamie? Come into my office. We can, do a duet.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Weird. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay. Demario Douglas or TJ Hawkinson, PPR?
Douglas.
Douglas.
Yeah.
Would you drop Raheem Mostert for Rashad White? Oh, it's 6 a.m. Hello. Good morning.
Wow. Good morning. Yes. Especially if it's a PPR league, even half PPR.
Pick one in PPR. Downs, Dell, Shakir, Waddle.
It was good having Jamie here. I would go with Downs for now, and that's how I have to answer it. Obviously, I would take Waddle if Tyreek Hill was out. So if we hear by 1 p.m. that Tyreek isn't going to play, then you could switch from Downs to Waddle. But short of that, it's Downs.
Okay. I agree about podcaster of the year. Yeah, all of us should win it. Co-podcasters.
Didn't we already win it?
We won best sports podcast. Yeah, we did that.
It's good enough for me, man.
All right, pick 3 wide receivers and a running back. So let's start with the running back. Connor or Aaron Jones? Jones, okay. And then pick 3 receivers there. Lamb, London, Puka, St. Brown. Who are we sitting?
I'm sitting Lamb.
Dave, you said you're Lamb too?
Yes.
Keenan Allen today or wait for Tyreek Hill or
Yes,
Marcus
I'm waiting.
Robinson?
I'm waiting.
If you have DeMarcus Robinson, I'm waiting.
The waiting is the hardest part. Sit one of these wide receivers. Hopkins, Waddle, Thomas, Dell.
I'm sitting Waddle. I'm sitting Waddle.
As of now, it's Waddle. If we hear before 1 p.m. that Tyreek Hill is out, not going to play, then it's going to be Hopkins who I'd sit.
Start 2, Hunter Henry, Kyle Pitts, Xavier Leggett.
I'm sitting Leggett.
I'm sitting Pitts.
Start 2, Dowdle, Douglas, Addison.
I'm sitting Addison.
I think I actually like the upside for Addison a little bit more than I do for Rico Dowdle. I don't like the matchup for Dowdle.
Okay. Pick a wide receiver and a flex. McConkey, Devontae, Jamonte, Bucky, and Cooper. McConkey, Devontae Smith, Jameson Williams, Bucky, Cooper. We need 2 of them.
Smith is definitely in. And I'll take McConkey over Amari Cooper.
Jameson Williams or Brian Thomas Jr.
Thomas.
Agreed.
Drake London or J.K. Dobbins.
Dobbins.
I agree.
All right. What do we think about Isaac Garendo?
He's a cool cat from Louisville.
You can stash him if you have the ability to carry multiple players on your bench that don't have to play right away. Otherwise, cut him for someone who can help you right now.
And for most people, that means that they'll cut him and find somebody that can help them sooner.
McBride or Kate Otten?
What's the format?
Fantasy football.
Otten. In that case, it's Otten.
Kareem Hunt or Chuba Hubbard?
Chubby.
Hubbard.
I was thinking this morning on my way into work, is he like the best? You can make the case for Jaden Daniels too. Those 2 are like the best post round 8 picks in fantasy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Chuba's the best value pick of the season.
It's certainly looking that way.
Kyler Murray or Joe Flacco?
Kyler.
Definitely. I like Kyler better.
Rest of season, Wan'Dale Robinson or Tillman?
Jalen
It's
Waddle.
Waddle, not Wan'Dale.
I'm sorry. I thought that said Wan'Dale. Waddle or Tillman? That's a harder one.
How hurt is Tyreek?
Right. I think if it's full PPR, I think you can make the case for Tillman.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I start Nico Collins over London or one of those 2, Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jahmyr Gibbs?
Because it's so close, I would say no, just because of the risk of him not playing.
Right. But let's say he does play. Do you start him over St. Brown?
I would start him over both these receivers if you tell me right now.
Okay, so you can start Drake London, and then you can start Collins over St. Brown if he plays. Now, if he plays and they say he's going to be on a snap count, then you can make that decision. I hate that because we never know what that really means. Najee or Marvin Harrison
We talked
Jr.
about this Friday. How many snaps did he play against Buffalo?
Played like 12 snaps or something.
2 for 78 and a touchdown.
Yeah. Najee or Marvin Harrison Jr.
Najee.
McLaughlin, Rodriguez. Is that supposed to be, or
Chris Rodriguez.
yeah,
From the
or
Commanders.
Benson.
Wow, that's gross, Michael.
No, he is.
Ugh.
So I was talking to a buddy of mine who covers the Commanders, and he said if they promote Rodriguez and activate him, take him over McNichols.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, if that means anything to you. I'd probably just play McLaughlin with the hope that he catches a few passes.
Yeah.
They haven't activated him yet?
They did on Saturday.
Oh, okay, yeah, good. Because I'm starting him in a league. Hooray.
You know what I'm saying? If they did so on Saturday.
What's going on with your teams where you're starting these players, Adam?
Look, I have Ken Walker. I don't know, Jacobs on a bye. Yeah, have you never started someone that you can't believe you're starting? Has this never happened to you?
No, you know
always have
why? I've got
Rodgers,
good
amazing.
teams with good benches.
No. Okay, I
Oh,
guess
I'm sorry, I'm being pompous again.
you are. Yeah, I'm kicking your ass in that league, by the way. Good podcast league. Great team over there. You'd kill for Chris Rodriguez. Warren or Pearsall in PPR. Or Brian Thomas Jr. Sorry, missed him.
Thomas.
BTJ.
Dave, I don't know what's going on with Dave. Dowdle or ETN PPR.
Dowdle there.
Dowdle.
Flacco or Kyler.
Kyler. We answered this already.
Sorry, we did. It was actually a different person and different wording. It's caught me off guard. Christian McCaffrey, or Kareem Hunt.
CMC.
In all seriousness, I mean, no matter how good your team is, people are thrust into these circumstances where they have to start players that they can't believe that they are starting, and that's why we're here. All right, so
I mean, when you play in a lot of leagues that have different formats and different sizes, you're gonna have tough choices sometimes.
Yeah,
It's true.
Brees Hall or Tyrone Tracy.
Tracy.
I wonder if there's a trade that we can make in the podcast league that can get you out of one of those bad players.
Yes, I Jamison Williams is for sale. Give me a running back. I offered Jamison Williams for Tajay Spears, and I'm waiting to hear back on that one. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Who I have. I would take Tracy over Brees, as crazy as that sounds.
Adam and Dave are hands. Oh, hey, sorry, Jamie. Flex, Douglas, Tipton, or Mostert.
Douglas.
I think Douglas is the safest of the group. I don't love his matchup, but I don't really love. I can't start Tipton, and Mostert doesn't catch passes, and if he doesn't score a touchdown, it could be a bad day. And I don't have a running back to trade you. I've got 3 in my lineup, and Rashad White on my bench, and I'm not going to give up any of my running backs for Jamison Williams.
Oh, give me Rashad White for Jamison Williams. That's fair.
I'm sure you would love to make that trade.
It's not that bad. Nico Collins or Evan Ingram, PPR?
I'll ask the manager that I shared the team with if he wants to make that trade.
What was the question? Nico or Ingram?
Yeah.
I'd probably take my chances with Nico at this point.
I don't know if I would agree, and I would really look hard at that bench to see if there's somebody I could drop to have as an emergency replacement for Nico in case Nico is out. At least we can be encouraged that Nico practiced on Friday. But if you really want to play it safe, Evan Ingram in full PPR isn't so bad.
Why did they activate him, though, if they weren't going to play him?
Well, they opened the window. They didn't activate him. They opened the window.
No, he's off of IR.
Right, he's off IR.
Right.
And they're probably going to play him.
Yeah, I feel better about Nico than I do Tyreek.
Let me just triple check on that.
No, you can't stash him on IR anymore.
He's off IR.
He's off IR.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it would be strange because they didn't have to take him off IR. It wasn't like Jonathan Brooks where the window was up. They had to take him off IR. They could have left him on IR, but they activated him. I don't know why you would do that and waste a roster spot. But all right, maybe they didn't need it. Devontae, or Singletary.
Devontae Adams.
Yep.
My opponent is in first place. I need a freaking win, a W. Calvin Ridley or Quentin Johnston?
My knee-jerk reaction was Quentin Johnston. I'm going to say Quentin Johnston.
You're gonna wait. Who we starting?
Ridley.
And I'll take Quentin Johnston.
I don't really. You guys have been a little high on Quentin Johnston, and Heath especially. I feel like has been talking about him. I don't get it. I don't think he's had more than 6 targets in any game. I don't know if maybe he had more than 5, but I think 6. He had a 60-yard touchdown on busted coverage last week. I'm not quite sure what's going on here with all the Quentin Johnston buzz.
Well, he's definitely somebody you want to have on your roster. And in the case of these two guys, there's obviously, reason to bring it up because Levis has not been good for Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
But you would hope that given the opportunity that we've seen for Ridley the last two plus games or 2 games without DeAndre Hopkins, that sort of is what you're going to get. And I think the game last week is a good indication of that. 5 for 73, I think is realistic. Not huge, but good enough that I think if Quentin Johnston doesn't score, doesn't have one of those big plays, then Ridley's a little bit safer. So
he could be a little.
You want to chase the upside, then Johnston is the better play. But I think the safer play and probably close in terms of numbers is probably Ridley.
So for what it's worth, 4 games with Levis. This doesn't include week 4 because Levis left early in that game, and this is with DeAndre Hopkins on the team. His target per route run rate was 21%. He had 24 targets, 8 catches for 136 yards, 1 touchdown. His ADOT was over 20 yards. He had 0 end zone targets. He had 0 red zone targets. I think that those numbers can improve. I'm hoping that the ADOT.
You got to throw those numbers out though. You got to look what he's done from a route running perspective.
That's fine, but they have to stick with that with the quarterback change. And I would think that they would, but I can't guarantee that they would.
Yeah, I don't think the quarterback dictates the routes that he's running. I think the difference is no DeAndre Hopkins.
Unless the coaching staff thinks that it's better for Ridley to run those deeper routes with a stronger arm quarterback like Levis.
Yeah, I'm not sure that his route depth has changed that much. It's just his ADOT has changed that much. You got to throw the ball to him when he's running those shorter routes. And I don't know. I wouldn't attach the word upside to Quentin Johnston necessarily. Like I said, he hasn't had more than 6 targets in any game.
Yeah, but Johnston's missed 3 games or 4 games this season? He's got 2 games with over 20 PPR points. I wouldn't discount him having upside. He's got plenty of upside.
He's only missed 2 games. He's got 1 game with more than 51 yards. And again, it came on 1 chunk play. But all right.
And that's something both these receivers can do. Let's be fair. It's not like Calvin Ridley's
He wasn't covered. He walked right into the end zone.
Right. So, and Ridley can score on that play.
That's also a byproduct of how this offense operates, though. They're going to get guys in open spaces.
Oh, it's a byproduct of Denzel Ward saying, I screwed up on that play. Put it on me.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a Titan secondary down Diggs.
Yeah,
really beat up and struggled in the last month.
I get it. I just I don't know that he's really all right.
Okay, so what if it comes down to this?
Daniel Jones over Tua. Start Daniel Jones over.
Which quarterback do you trust more?
Yeah, of course. I trust Herbert more. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna look just real quick for questions about the game coming up. James Conner or Tracy?
Tracy.
Conner for one, Tracy for the other. I'd go Conner. Baker Mayfield or Daniel Jones?
They are now back to back in my rankings. Jones 1 spot ahead, and it's all about the matchup. It's not about anything else.
All right, start 4 from this wonderful group here: AJ Brown, Drake London, Malik Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy, Darnell Mooney, George Pickens.
Ooh, that's an awesome group.
The first 4.
I'll take Brown, Neighbors, Pickens, Tracy.
Okay, so you guys agree on Brown, Neighbors, and Tracy.
Mm-hmm. And I'll take Pickens over London.
Okay, sorry. It's just gonna try to. While I do that, I'll just answer that one. Harrison or Dowdle?
Marv.
Harrison.
Hopkins, Coker, McBride. Sit one.
I'm sitting Coker.
Coker's
a good stash receiver too.
Liggett or Kincaid?
Liggett.
I had to make this decision in one league. I'm going Liggett.
Connor, Tracy, we just did that one. Sorry.
When you've got to start a flex, you must Liggett.
Liggett to Beaver. Bryce Young or Cooper Rush?
I go Cooper Rush.
It's so weird. I keep seeing all these Jaguars questions.
I go Bryce Young.
I guess I'd go with Bryce Young. He definitely has the easier matchup.
I think you're probably up against your deadline to make roster moves for that game. I keep seeing all these Jaguars questions, and I want to answer them because I feel like they're in London today or something.
No.
This is a great question. Top 3 fruits.
Banana.
Yeah. Strawberries. Got to be strawberry.
Strawberries are up there.
And
Peach.
plums.
Wait, what was your first? What'd you say, Jamie?
Strawberry, peach, plum.
Strawberry, peach, plum.
I'd put
Yeah, you got
banana in over plum, but
Yeah, I'm just going to go strawberry, banana, blueberry. I'm going to play the chalk. A little chalky.
no problem. Heath would say tomato, by the way.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Speaking out on its utility. The fact that
Just
it's
reach into the fridge and grab a nice juicy tomato and take a bite. Ray Davis or Tank Bigsby?
Bigsby.
Yeah, reluctantly the Jaguar.
Waddle or Dowdle?
Waddle.
Yeah, go Waddle.
Eckler or Shakir?
Eckler.
Shakir for me if Cooper's out. Eckler if Cooper's in.
I think you'll know. I think that those are 1 o'clock games. Jennings or Tyreek Hill? Juwan Jennings or Tyreek Hill?
So I would probably try and find someone to put on my roster if DeMarcus Robinson's available or Odell Beckham and just wait for Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I wouldn't drop Jennings to do that though.
Just to clarify what Jamie said earlier, no, don't start Rodriguez over Eckler, but he'd be
No. So
Nichols.
The information I was given was Eckler, okay, option. Rodriguez over McNichols if you have to make a decision on the two in terms of desperation play. But what I was told was also avoid both.
Okay. Let's see. How about Josh Downs or Tank Dell?
Downs.
Laporta or good old Henry Standard?
Henry.
I'll take Henry.
If it's not too, no, it's too late. Sorry. But if it's not too late, who do you guys like better, Neighbors or London?
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
And it's not too late. You should be able to reach out to your commissioner and say, hey, man, I want to start Neighbors over London. And the game hasn't kicked off yet. And the commissioner should say, okay, cool.
All right. Would you say okay, cool on that?
Yeah.
Odunze or Liget?
Liget.
I would go with Liget.
Would you guys start Quentin Johnston over Tyreek Hill?
No, again, get someone for Monday night if possible. And look, if this is what you have to do, I would drop Quentin Johnston for DeMarcus Robinson. I wouldn't do it for Odell Beckham.
And I would do it for Jonnu Smith too, if you can put Hill.
Yeah, if you can put Hill on the flex, it's a great call.
Stressed out, major decision. Oh, wow. Everything on the line here. Darnell Mooney or Drake London?
I've got him back-to-back, London over Mooney.
London.
I found some interesting stuff on these two because Mooney is now leading the team in receiving. London barely played last week. Receiving yards. Mooney's got, I think, 14 explosive plays, and London has 2. But London gets all the red zone, end zone, green zone targets. Mooney has 1 end zone target this year. Almost all of his touchdowns have been a kind of impressive plays. And London just like runs a 3-yard route into the end zone and Cousins throws to him all the time. It's kind of interesting, but like Mooney's almost doing more impressive things in a sense than London, but London has just this great end zone role that doesn't, he is Mike Evans, so I don't know, it's kind of interesting, but if London plays, you're going to start him over Mooney.
I noticed that Kirk Cousins has much better games when he's not pressured. And you think back to that Tampa game, in the first half of that game, he was pressured I think it was 4 or 5% of the snaps in the first half. And he had a monster first half. And the Saints, I don't think they're going to get much pressure on him. That offensive line's getting stronger too for Atlanta. So I think there's a chance that Mooney can make another one of those big plays. Easy number 2 receiver this week. Okay,
I'll give you another stat, by the way, that will make you go, in a moment. But right now, I am struggling to find what I'm looking for. Okay, right now, I'll go back to the questions.
Okay.
Superflex. Ugh, I lost. Oh, there it is. Will Levis or Mac Jones? And Hunter Henry or Dalton Kincaid?
Mac Jones and Hunter Henry.
I agree.
Okay, Kirk Cousins.
You know where Mac Jones is from?
No.
I know.
Oh, cool. Homecoming.
He was a stud in high school.
I'm not going to read all this. It's too much to read. You guys just answer it.
Waddle, Taysom Hill, Quentin Johnson, Ridley. Starting one of those guys, it's going to be Quentin Johnston, unless we know that Tyreek is out, and then it would be Waddle. Falcons DST is a low-end option just because of the matchup. Would I trade Tillman for Bucky in full PPR? I probably would not.
Here's your stat on Kirk Cousins. Since the first 2 games of the season, the Falcons' opponent has not ranked higher than 10th in pressure rate for that week. And only once since week 2 have they ranked higher than 15th in pressure rate.
Mm-hmm.
They've done a pretty good job keeping the pressure off of Drake London. Kirk Cousins. Speaking of Kirk Cousins, Cousins or Herbert?
Cousins.
Yes.
It's game time, baby.
I kind of like the Panthers helmets. They went with the alternates this week. They look good.
You fired up. Hopefully you get a victory for your team this weekend. One of your football teams.
Yeah, how about we'll get the victory for this team? The Knicks. I couldn't care less about the Giants winning this game. Whatever happens.
They're about to go on a roll.
Yeah, right. Let's see. We got Nico Collins or Darnell Mooney.
Again, if you expect Nico to play, it's easy Nico. If not, Mooney. And we keep saying get another Giants player, get another Texans receiver if you want to, just to cover yourself.
Who do you like best of Hutchinson?
Probably
Matt
Woods, just to be safe.
Who is it?
Woods, he said. Woods.
Yeah, I might take Hutchinson just because he plays more.
Tank Bigsby or Bucky Irving?
Bucky.
I'll go Bucky.
If I skipped your comment, I'm sorry about that.
Bro, come on, bro.
Sorry, I do like the crying emoji. Murray or Russ?
Murray.
I'll take Russ.
No, probably too late for this one, but we would start Daniel Jones. But if it is too late, Drake May or Mac Jones?
May.
It's gonna be May.
Thai food or Chinese food? That's a good question.
Chinese.
Yes.
I guess so. I have a hard time separating them sometimes. Like if I got you can get like a nice chicken fried rice, either one. Okay. Taysom Hill, Evan Ingram, or Dallas Goedert, and can start 2 or all 3 instead of Juwan Jennings.
I would take Taysom if it's non-PPR, Ingram if it's full PPR, and I don't hate the idea if it's full PPR of starting Hill and Ingram over Jennings.
No, I think it's
yeah.
I would go if I'm ranking them, I probably would go Ingram, Hill, Jennings, and you could start all 3 of those over Goddard.
Does Jamie look like he's in jail? Does Jamie need bail, buddy? I got him. Downs,
funny hallway or closet that I'm in.
Downs, Pickens, Dobbins. Pick one.
I'm picking J.K. Dobbins.
I would take Dobbins also.
Okay, we are underway. Let's see these helmets that Dave's been raving about.
Oh,
Dave just called them the greatest helmets
already. Time to punt.
Really? God, I'm on second down. First down just ended. Why is my TV always so far behind?
2022.
Amari Cooper or DeAndre Hopkins?
Hopkins.
I think I'm going to take Hopkins even if Cooper's active.
Yeah.
Kate Otten or Trey McBride?
McBride.
I'll take Otten.
Oh, yeah, Brian Burns. Hello. What are we doing with these? Don't ask me.
6 sacks today.
What'd you say?
He's going to have 6 sacks today.
Yeah, he's having a big game. But at least they signed Chuba Hubbard to a long-term deal. Bucky Irving, Raheem Mostert, Gabe Davis, Westbrook Akine. Pick 2.
Ooh, this is it could be Ray Davis. We don't know.
Bucky.
It could be. First 2, though, right?
No. I will take Akine and Bucky. Bucky's a must.
Westbrook Akine, Dave. Show a little respect for the hyphen.
Okay.
Ramondre or Hopkins rest of season?
Really comes down to what you need. I think just in a vacuum, I'd rather have the running back.
Same here, but if it's a 3 receiver full PPR league, I think you can make the case for Nuke.
Oh,
did he throw an interception?
Nope. But you're in field goal position already.
Kyler Murray or CJ Stroud?
Kyler.
I will take Kyler as well. Adam, you have a trade offer in the podcast league.
Ooh, this is my favorite thing.
Well, let's hear. What is it?
It's going to be a ripoff. I've already seen Dave is offering me DeAndre Hopkins and Rachaad White. I don't know who he's asking for yet. I'm going to look down at my phone. It's for Devontae Adams and Chris Rodriguez.
You needed help at running back.
It's true. Wait, I'm sorry.
You
Did you answer this?
downgrade from Adams, you upgrade to White.
You go McLaurin here. You go McLaurin. And you go Kyler Murray over Tua. I mean, you really can't start Tua. I don't know if you have anything relatively good.
We'll find out today what the Dolphins' situation is. They only have 3 active receivers on the roster right now.
Oh, all right. So they'll have to activate.
And Tyreek's one of them. So if Tyreek is in trouble, they're going to elevate somebody or sign somebody.
Daniel Jones, deep drop, deep throw, and pass interference. Great. That helps nobody.
I upped the offer, Adam.
Okay, let's see. We've got you put Evan McPherson in there. Thank you, Dave. All right, I'll go hit accept. Tyreek Hill, Darnell Mooney, McLaurin, or Hopkins?
McLaurin,
Tyreek,
the one.
obviously.
Yeah, I would rank it McLaurin, Mooney, Tyreek, and then Hopkins. And that's assuming
Tyreek's one for me, then McLaurin, then Mooney.
But how could you make Tyreek one there? You don't have any options.
Right.
Don't have any options?
I mean, if Tyreek Hill doesn't play, then you get a 0, and you're not going to play it safe with McLaurin?
As of now, I'm expecting Tyreek Hill to play.
All right. Ladd, Marv, D-Hop, and Puka, we need to sit one.
Sitting Hopkins.
I want to double check. I'm going to sit McConkey.
Okay. J.K. Dobbins or David Montgomery?
Dobbins.
Stop ruining the game for me.
Ugh. Oh, what did I do?
That's basically the Giants. That's the Giants' motto. Ugh. Did you answer the? I'm gonna go Montgomery.
No, they're going for it. This is awesome.
Don't say anything. I'm on 2nd and 10. Don't say anything. You know, I think I might just put it on my laptop.
Put it on the app. Turn TV off.
I mean, I'm on the app. I'm on like my Roku. Okay. I'm going with. I guess I'll go with
run the exact same play they just ran.
I go with Dobbins. Downs, Debo, Pickens. That's a tough one. Half PPR.
George.
Debo.
Debo. Okay, sorry. I'm distracted. McLaurin or London?
Terry.
London.
All right, here comes this terrible throw. Let's see. He's so bad. It's so sad. Like, come on, dude. He is wide open. What was that? The guy was throwing it to the freaking cheerleaders. What are you doing, man?
He hasn't adjusted to the weather in Germany.
Just traded Jonathan Brooks for Austin Eckler. Yeah,
Love it.
B plus.
I was gonna drop Jonathan Brooks today, but Heath was like, "No, don't drop Jonathan Brooks." So we didn't. Jennings or Odunze?
Jennings.
Oh, I didn't mean to click on you. I meant to ban you. Yeah, ban.
I agree with Jennings. I noticed you didn't reject our offer, Adam.
I can't. Right? I'm doing a show right now. Consider it rejected.
Okay.
Let's see. Tyreek Hill or Sam Laporta?
Tyreek.
Assuming he's active and all that stuff, Tyreek.
You withdrew the offer. I don't know. I feel like I answered this. Warren or Bigsby. Didn't we answer this?
I don't think we answered this specific one, but we have gotten to a bunch of Bigsby questions. I'd go with Bigsby. I don't really love it.
You're hoping Bigsby falls in the end zone. I'd take Warren.
Yeah. So listen, don't spam. You asked that 100 times, so I should not have rewarded you, but you were annoying me. Brian Thomas Jr., Calvin Ridley, or Rome Odunze?
Thomas.
Nico, McLaurin, Khalil Shakir, start 2.
The first 2 of Nico plays.
But like, what are we supposed to do here? We don't know if he's going to play.
Yeah, I would carry an emergency replacement in case Nico does not play.
And that would be DeMarcus
And if
Robinson.
you can't do that, better safe than sorry, and start Shakir.
Bigsby or Mason or ETN?
Is it PPR?
I'll call
ETN for me.
It's ETN.
Downs, Dell, or Jennings. Pick one.
Ooh, I'm picking Josh Downs.
Get Nico Collins and Josh Downs. Give CeeDee Lamb and what?
Mafostering. Everyone knows who Mafostering is.
I think it's MFing Ostering.
I don't know who that is. Mostert?
Maybe it's supposed to be Mostert. I like that trade.
This is one of my favorite questions, Josh. You got to let us know who M. Fostering is. But I dropped M. Fostering this week. Top 3 Thanksgiving side dishes: corn souffle, green bean casserole, and sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes, and stuff.
Did you say mashed potato and sweet potato?
Of course.
You're going with 2 potato dishes?
Of course. It's a day to get fat.
Come on now. Also
Thanksgiving every day for me.
Oh, great throw.
I forgot mac and cheese.
Sweet potato, green beans, stuffed Chicago style pizza.
Puka Nakua or Cooper Cup? If Tyree
really
see,
I like Puka better.
Wouldn't you just play both Rams receivers instead of Tyreek?
You have the choice. No, I would not.
Why do you have the choice?
Same game.
You're right. It is the same game. It is absolutely the same game. I forgot.
You're playing Tyreek and then pick your favorite Rams receiver.
Yeah, Tank Dell's going to play.
Yeah, I'd go the Rams. I'd go with both Rams. Should I count on Dell to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dell's playing.
Yeah. Keep one as a backup: Taysom Hill or Tucker Kraft.
Let's put it this way. I would be very surprised if Tank Dell did not play. Taysom Hill. Kraft is on bye. Are you kidding?
Backup. It's for a backup.
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Okay. Pick 2: Jalen Waddle, Josh Downs, Xavier Worthy, Khalil Shakir.
Downs and Shakir.
Downs and Shakir, unless we hear by 1 o'clock that Tyreek is out. And then I'd start Waddle over Shakir.
Would you trade Kareem Hunt for Chuba Hubbard?
Yes.
Sure.
Wing, leg, thigh, or breast, and then Daniels or Kyler or Goff.
Yes, and Daniels.
Breast, then thigh, then leg, then wing, and Daniels.
I like a drumstick. Like a drumstick there. Okay.
Leg.
Yeah. Call it a drumstick.
Unless you're talking about the wonderful dessert treat.
Is Alec Pierce a flex option?
Yes.
Desperation. Kind of a low-end guy. Boom bust.
I would
version of Quentin Johnston.
If you're worried about Pittman's back injury, remember he was supposed to go on IR a month ago. He said it was bothering him that much. And I read a story this morning that said, he's just been managing with the pain. And so who knows if this is an issue. They have a tough matchup this week against Buffalo. And then next week is another tough matchup. I forget who they're playing. Then they get Detroit. And so if Pierce continues to get targets, that third game could be a big one.
Right. Jets is in week 11, Detroit, and then at New England, and then a bye for Indianapolis.
Man, we're so bad. Okay, so it was Mostert. What was Mostert's name? We have to call him that forever.
Fostering.
MF Fostering. First and goal, Panthers.
Yeah, I see. Thank you. Connor or AJ Brown.
The future of the Panthers, just carving them up. Leggett and Chuba.
He might be. I'd rather start AJ Brown.
Yes.
Goff and Mooney or Nico and Stroud?
Are we talking trade? If we're talking trade, it's Nico and Stroud. If we're talking lineups this week, I'd start Goff over Stroud, and I'd plan on Nico over Mooney. But I'd want to have that replacement if I could.
Rico Dowdle, Khalil Shakir, or Jawan Jennings. It's
I don't
not.
know why you're not answering the first part of the
I will.
question.
I will.
Shakir.
Shakir.
All right. So you get 2 cans of cream corn. You get 2.
All right, I gotta go. See you guys.
Jim.
Rude. You're not getting any corn souffle, Jamie. You get 2 cans of regular corn and 2 cans of cream corn. You
Wow.
get the
Oh.
Jiffy corn meal, I think, the Jiffy Pop corn meal, some sour cream and butter. I don't have all the exact measurements. And you just it's the easiest dish to make. And you just put them in a tray and you bake them for, gosh, I don't even know, an hour, something like an hour and a half, whatever. The top gets kind of, crispy. And the rest is like just a nice gelatinous corn. No, it's not that. It's so good. It's like a pie. It's delicious.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
2 suggestions.
Okay.
Number 1, please don't talk about whatever the hell you're talking about ever again.
What? It's
Number
the
2,
best.
after the 3rd and goal play, would you like to go rapid fire?
Yeah, sure. Touchdown, Jatavian Sanders. Okay, so I have good news for you, Dave. I am going to be in Florida for Thanksgiving, and
Yes, that's awesome.
going to bring you corn souffle on Friday.
Okay,
all right, and
I will absolutely try it.
No, if you like corn, it's delicious, and it's one of those.
What if I don't like corn?
Then you're not gonna like it.
Okay, then I'm not gonna like it.
All right, here we go. Rapid fire. Stafford or Goff?
Well, as you know, Matthew Stafford went to Georgia and Jared Goff went to Cal. And no, I'm just kidding. Stafford.
Okay. Jawan Jennings or Demarcus Robinson?
Jennings.
20 touches today for CMC. Is that like a report?
I haven't seen a report saying he's going to get 20 touches.
I'd take the under on that, but I'm starting him in the 3 leagues I have him in.
Let's see. Maybe there is a report. You want me to look real quick?
Sure. Pick 2 here. I'm going to sit Ridley, believe it or not. Yeah, but these are all tough. This is actually tough, Dave. Cooper, Ridley, Harrison.
Harrison is actually the easy one. Obviously, you're going to start Ridley if Amari Cooper's inactive. I will still go with Ridley and Harrison over Amari Cooper. I am not ready to commit Amari into my lineups just yet.
Okay,
I think Amari will play though.
I don't know why I'm okay with him. It's just like if he plays snaps, he's going to be good. I think if he plays 70% or more of the snaps, will he? I don't know, but
there is a report. McCaffrey expects to get a normal workload in the ballpark of 20 touches per Mike Garofalo.
I think it's Garofalo.
Garofalo.
Kelsey or Otten in non-PPR? Going Kelsey. It's tough. It's close, but I'm going Kelsey.
Me too.
Waddle or Bucky Irving, PPR?
I think Bucky is probably the safest. I would absolutely say Waddle if we knew that Tyreek Hill was going to be out or decoy or anything like that, but Tyreek Hill plays. You know what the track record is with Waddle.
Nico or Lamb?
Nico, but I'd like to have an emergency replacement.
Guten Tag, Amari Cooper, McConkey or Sutton, non-PPR?
Sutton.
Shakir or McConkey, half PPR?
I will take Khalil Shakir.
Hips don't lie. Pick 1, Cook, Connor, Dobbins.
Dobbins.
Should I sit Lamb, Pickens, or Garrett Wilson?
For an additional back in the flex. You could sit Lamb. I'm nervous about CD.
So Lamb, yeah, I'd sit Lamb for Connor. I'd sit Lamb for Cook.
I think I would too. What do you think of that?
Austin Eckler or DJ Moore? Eckler for me.
Agreed.
Sutton, Waddle, Ridley, or Jennings?
Sutton for me.
Corn is the lifeblood of America. I agree.
Rapid fire.
Jaden Daniels or Brock Purdy?
Daniels.
Rank these quarterbacks: Kyler, Herbert, Goff, Cousins. Oh, I guess it could be Mac Jones, so throw Mac in there.
Cousins would be first, Goff second, Herbert 3, Kyler 4th, Mac Jones last.
Montgomery or Ramondre, PPR?
David Montgomery.
I thought this said need help, bro, but it says need help, Bo Nix, Drake May, or Caleb Williams. Half point per rush.
Half point per rush, May.
Would you drop Tua for Stafford?
Yes.
Oh no, we have a farming question here. No idea what to do with my last rooster spot.
Oh no.
Mooney, Mooney, Waddle, and Najee. I have Nico starting, so I could play Mooney and stash Waddle. I'm not quite sure what the question is. We have to drop one of these guys.
I think he wants to. I don't think he has to drop one of these guys. He just doesn't know who to start. Maybe it's not a rooster spot, but more of like a lineup spot.
I don't know. He's saying I could stash Waddle in case.
I love the idea of using Waddle as a replacement for Nico. So playing Mooney, stash Waddle in case Nico doesn't play. That's not bad, but I wouldn't mind having Najee either. I think I'd just go. You know what I might do is sit Mooney, start Najee. He didn't say if it was PPR. This is a tricky one.
Yeah, I would start Mooney.
It's causing trouble in my hen house.
I would start Mooney or Najee and then start Collins, and then the backup plan is Waddle. But
yeah, or you could always just go with Mooney and Najee, and that's that.
Okay, pick. Let's see. 1, DJ Moore, Quentin Johnston, Jawan Jennings.
I'm starting Moore.
And yeah, I thought it was funny too. We need Heath to farm likes. Yeah, I should have done that. I apologize.
We'll do that at noon.
Hunter Henry, Calvin Ridley, or Jalen Waddle. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, really. Henry is probably where I'd land.
Yeah, you're okay. You'll be fine.
You're gonna be great, Gecko.
Spears or Gus Edwards? Is Gus Edwards being activated?
Gus Edwards is going to be activated, or I think he's going to be activated. We ranked him, but I'd start Spears.
Okay. Bo Nix or Russell Wilson?
Russ.
Sorry, I want to see this play. Hold on.
Okay. Rapid fire. No, I have to watch this play.
James Cook or J.K. Dubbing, and Terry McLaurin or Drake London?
Dubbing over M. Fostering. And also over Cook. I like McLaurin over London. I hope you're glad you watched that play.
Brian Thomas Jr., Nico Collins, Khalil Shakir. Who are we sitting? Ugh, brutal.
It's the same story as we've talked about all morning. I would like to have an emergency replacement for Nico in case he's not active. Demarcus Robinson makes the most sense. One of the other Texans wide receivers or Odell Beckham could also work in that role. If you can't do that, and since we don't have a report saying for sure that Nico's going to play, and there might be one before 1 o'clock, I would play it safe and start Shakir with Thomas.
Johnston or Jamison Williams?
You don't want to watch the next play. Johnston over Jamison Williams or Mike Williams.
Turkey or ham, and then Kamara, Dobbins, Kamara. Need 2.
I'll start Kamara and Kamara.
Ham.
And forever. Turkey over ham.
Why did you all talk me into playing Daniel Jones? That hat is disgusting, by the way. Screw you. Racial slur like that. Not cool. Debo and McLaurin and Puka. Pick 2.
I will sit Debo.
I have to drop someone. Bigsby, ETN, Kraft, Njoku, Eckler.
I think you could drop Kraft with the idea being that you could get him back next week. I don't know if anybody's going to make a beeline for Tucker Kraft off your waiver wire.
Start 2. Hunter Henry, McMillan, Shepard, Tolbert.
A bailout. I will start Henry and Tolbert.
And Stafford or Herbert?
Matthew Stafford.
Connor or Stevenson?
James Conner.
Is Josh Downs good enough to play over Nico Collins?
If you want to, playing it safe, like obviously we'd rather start Nico over Josh Downs, all things being equal, Nico being healthy. But short of that, we don't know. Downs is okay.
Stafford or Baker?
Stafford.
Pollard or Stevenson?
And that was not a bailout after all. Pollard.
Caleb or Stroud?
CJ Stroud.
Goff or Mahomes?
Goff.
Bench 1 for Nico Collins. London, Downs, Otten.
If we knew he was playing, I'd bench Downs. We just don't know if he's playing. It's a risk. You don't have a backup. I wish it was better news. I wish we knew for sure that Nico was going to play. We don't.
Yeah, it stinks. It's annoying. Thank you, by the way, Maggie. We are right. Marvin Harrison Jr. or Quentin Johnston, PPR.
She didn't say that it was the best comedy of all time. She just agreed that it was a great movie that stood the test of time.
She's implying that it's the greatest comedy of all time.
I don't think so.
I think I know Maggie better than you do, Dave. Come on now.
Okay, fine. I would go with Marvin over Quentin Johnston.
Peanut butter or Nutella, and Jameson Williams or McConkey.
Don't make me pick. I love them both. Probably peanut butter. McConkey.
It's not really a fair comparison. It's not like Nutella has any health benefits or anything like that. Nutella is basically a dessert. Peanut butter is, protein, all that stuff. Russell Wilson or Kyler Murray, 4-point per passing touchdown.
I like Russ better. I really like what I've seen from Russ.
Oh, okay.
It's a good matchup for him.
Shakira or Brian Thomas Jr. if he plays?
Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, peanut butter definitely more versatile. Garrett Wilson or Tyreek Hill?
Wilson.
Dobbins or Quentin Johnston?
I would start Dobbins.
Taysom Hill or Jake Ferguson?
Taysom Hill.
And then this question, Taysom Hill rest of season.
Yeah, I think I would think about Taysom Hill as being the better tight end moving forward. So if you're making a roster decision between those two, Ferguson, probably not going to have Dak back. Makes me nervous.
Start, need one. James Cook, Bo Nix, Drake May. Oh, is it windy in Chicago today?
It's super flex. We can check that. We'll have that ready to go by noon. It's not even worth checking right now. Cook. No, May.
Yeah, so far Kevin Roth doesn't have any orange games. He says it's a bit breezy in the Windy City. Sustained winds around 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 25, 30 miles per hour. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll let you know at noon. Connor or Hall?
I will take Connor over Hall. No, I got Hall one spot out of Connor. Reverse what I said.
Do you trust Deebo Samuel? If not, it's Roma Dunze.
I do trust Deebo Samuel.
All right, let's do one more question here. Remember, we're back at noon Eastern, same spot, answering your questions. Tank Dell, Khalil Shakir, Brian Thomas. Pick one.
Tank Dell.
All right. Thank you to everybody watching. And we will see you in 2 hours. And go Panthers. Why? I'm not even going to root for the Giants anymore. What's the point? See you later.